Dead Rising has always been a disturbing game to me, especially the history and the way things are hidden from the player. One thing I've always felt a little anxious about in Dead Rising when I was younger was the True Eye cult. These enemies were the reason why I never finished Dead Rising. All of the other psychopaths didn't strike me as really frightening, at least not before I stopped playing the game, because they had logical reasoning for their backstories, and they are quite simple to understand. However, we don't know a lot about the True Eye cult, and I've always been interested of what these group of people were because they stood out from all the other bosses, and they are the only entities in the game with a limited or little backstory about them. Now, I wouldn't really label them as a normal boss fight because they don't even have a cutscene after you kill them. However, their AR are just like the zombies when you compare them to regular zombies, but instead they are human and more malicious. Their presence is unknown when you defeat their leader, and really, you don't get any additional information from them or the actual cult. The players are just left with what the game gave them, therefore there is little to no lore to their backstory. In today's video, we're going to talk about the True Eye cult in Dead Rising. If you haven't played Dead Rising before, the True Eye cult is a fictional cult that is based in the Willamette Parkview Mall where the game takes place. If you would like more videos like this, please like and subscribe and check out my videos. And that's if you want to, you don't got to, but you know what I'm saying? Just check it out. I wanted to do an analysis of this because I was so intrigued to know what the motives of these people were, so I did some research to talk about them. The cult is a central aspect of the game's storyline and is shrouded in mystery, and I will try to go full analysis of the cult and its motives in the game. This is my first video essay, so bear with me, everybody. Alright, let's continue. Dead Rising takes place in a fictional town called Willamette, Colorado. You, the player, follows the story of Frank West, a photojournalist who was trapped in a shopping mall with hordes of zombies. Throughout the game, Frank encounters a group called the True Eye cult, who seem to be connected to the outbreak. The True Eye cult is a secretive, mysterious organization that believes in the power of the undead, and they believe that the zombies are the signs of the new age, where the strong will rise and the weak will perish. They worship the zombies and they believe in sacrificing humans to them. The cult's teachings are centered around the concept of the true eye, which represents a higher state of consciousness that allows individuals to see beyond the illusions of the physical world and perceive the true nature of reality. In the game, the cult is presented as a belief system as dangerous and fanatical, and they are willing to do whatever it takes to protect their beliefs. The cult members are even armed with weapons and are hostile to the game's protagonist, Frank West, who must fight his way through the mall and confront the cult's leader in order to uncover the truth behind the beliefs. In the game, they are seen as wearing yellow, goofy raincoats, which is also creepy looking. There are literally just crazy people who try to stab you or keep you in a box or even suicide bomb you. I never knew why they wore green screen mask and yellow raincoats. In the aspect, they look creepy as hell.
What's going on around here anyway?
Throughout the game, Frank West encounters members of the True Eye cult and learns more about their beliefs and practices. The cult has a presence in the mall, and they have set up a makeshift altar where they perform their sacrificial rituals. They also have a secret hideout in the maintenance tunnels beneath the mall where they conduct experiments on zombies and humans alike. Now, if you were to get caught or get hit with the pocket sand, you would get stripped of everything and you would have to fight your way out using random weapons in the hideout. I was always terrified to fight them, yet it's the reason why I never finished the game. In an aspect, they're like an unknown side boss without any correlation to information to them. When you do kill them, their presence is unknown when you defeat their leader, and you really don't get any additional information from them. The True Eye cult's use of human sacrifice is one of the most disturbing aspects of their culture. They believe that sacrificing humans to the zombies will make them stronger and more powerful. They capture other members of the mall, including survivors and other cultists, and bring them to the altar for sacrifice. The cult's altar in the mall is a chilling reminder of their practices, as it is adorned with skulls and other symbols of death. The cults gather around this altar to perform their rituals, with Sean King leading the way. They also use a drug called ambrosia to enhance their strength and abilities of their members, furthering their belief in the power of the undead. This drug is made from a mixture of zombie blood and other chemicals that is highly addictive. Oh my god, they're on drugs. This cult uses this to create a sense of loyalty among its members as they become dependent on the drug to function. The cult's leader, Sean Keenan, is their leader who does these teachings, has a twisted fascination with killing humans. He sees the zombies as a tool to achieve his goals and will do nothing to stop at his vision to come to life. Now, I've always assumed that the True Eye cult was formed after the outbreak, and Sean was a normal priest or pastor who went crazy after the outbreak and recruited other survivors to form the cult. However, in Stipo's video, where he explained the True Eye cult, that in the original version of Dead Rising, Sean was probably the cause of the outbreak in that original game due to the early versions of editing from the developers of Dead Rising. This is disturbing considering that the developers of Dead Rising probably changed the whole plot of the storyline and made these groups somewhat a mystery from the other psychopaths in the game, but I sometimes wonder how the game would have started off, or even how the story would be different from this version of Dead Rising. In order to fully understand the True Eye cult, it is important to dig deeper into their symbolism and language. The cult's emblem is an eye with a triangle inside, which represents the all-seeing eye of God. The triangle symbolizes the three pillars of cult's philosophy: strength, intelligence, and skill. These are the qualities that the cult value above all else, and they believe that the traits will allow them to survive and thrive in the new world order that they believe is coming. The cult also uses a unique language, which is the weird voices they make inside the game, known as the True Eye speak. It's a form of coded language that only members of the cult can understand. This language is used to communicate secret messages, and to keep outsiders in the dark. This language is a form of coded speech that only members of the cult can understand. The language is made up of a series of hand signals, gestures, and phrases that have specific meanings within the cult. Learning about this language adds to the immersion of this game's world and allows players to fully understand the level of secrecy and mystery surrounding the True Eye cult. This was the chanting that always scared me in the game, and it made me feel uneasy about these enemies. It's unclear whether the cult caused the outbreak or if they simply took advantage of the situation to further their goals. Some players speculate that the cult was responsible for releasing the zombies, while others believe that they had nothing to do with it. Regardless of their role in the outbreak, the cult took good advantage of the chaos and used it to their advantage. In essence, the True Eye cult in Dead Rising is an abyss and mysterious group that expands the game's plot. The cult's leader, Sean Keenan, is a memorable and terrifying figure, and the symbols of language they use to add mystery surrounding him. The terrifying atmosphere they create through the use of symbolism, language, and human sacrifice heightens the tension and horror inside the game, which why I was scared this whole time when I was little. But anyway, the True Eye code is an important factor of the Dead Rising experience, and their presence gives the game's storyline additional depth and variety. In the future, I do want to make a series on this game, and I think I've already made one. I made like one video. And I hope everybody would like check that out. I hope that you guys will check it out. And I want y'all to stay tuned on that. I have one video out already, and it would mean a lot for you guys to check that out. Even my other gameplay videos that I made, I already made one of Walking Dead Telltale Season 1. I might make a Season 2, in the future. But stay tuned, everybody. Yeah, so that's all that for today's video. I was really, I took a good analysis of this video, and I hope everybody enjoyed it. And, please give me thumbs up, subscribe to my channel for more content like this. Thanks for watching, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace, and y'all have a wonderful day.